Rachel, before we close out, in the few minutes that we have remaining, talk to us about the different types of reporting and what those are, and then how a victim or someone that has a loved one who's experienced this can report.
Sure. And I think about reporting in a couple of different ways. So first, everyone thinks about criminal report, right? Have I reported it to law enforcement? But what we know to be true for many victims is that actually may not be safe. For victims of intimate partner violence, that could be critical in their safety of life or death. We know that victims, as soon as they decide to leave and report, that escalates the violence in their life. So yes, there is the ability to report to law enforcement, and that might be great for some victims because it does allow for a criminal investigation to happen, but that may not be the best option for every victim. The second way to do that is to just report to like the FTC or any of these other federal agencies if you're experiencing, say, scam calls, romance scams, those sorts of crimes that they have. There's the FTC has a great website where it's a fairly simple process where you can report scam numbers and scam emails, and that they will be able to collect that information to do investigations. And then the other way to report is simply to the online account. So if you're experiencing, say, harassment, cyberbullying, online threats on a social media site, many of those social media sites have reporting mechanisms that you can go on and file a report, and they will investigate and either remove it, or if it violates their community standards, or at least get you connected to other resources. When we think about online reporting, though, it is important to note that if you report, they may take that information down. So if you are considering later pressing charges or going to the police, you may want to take a screenshot of any and all helpful information so that if it does get reported and they get it taken down, that you have that documentation for later. And so those are the ways in which reporting can happen. Oftentimes victims say, I don't actually want a criminal recourse. I just want the thing taken down. And that's okay. We as victim service providers, as community members, again, our job isn't to decide what's best for the person, but to allow them to make the best decision for themselves. And maybe it is just having it come down. Maybe it's the peace of mind of knowing that no one else can see what's being posted, what's being shared. Maybe it's the peace of mind of knowing that that particular website or company took action and banned that person from their website. That may be enough for victims. And so that should be considered as well.
Rachel Gibson, Director of the Center for Victim Service Professionals at the National Center for Victims of Crime. Thank you so much for all of the information that you've shared today. I would encourage you, our audience, to go to the website for the National Center for Victims of Crime to either educate yourselves on some of the cyber crimes that are out there and what can be done to assist you or someone that you know that might have been impacted.